After spending a year in the village, Zorax decided to travel to different regions to better understand human nature. Arya offered to accompany him on this journey, and together they set off for the Middle East, a region frequently plagued by conflicts. Their first stop was an area that had been embroiled in civil war for years. One morning, while walking through ruined buildings and abandoned streets, they heard gunfire. They quickly found a shelter and hid. Zorax was observing the devastation of war up close for the first time. Moments later, they spotted a wounded child in the combat zone. Arya acted immediately. "Arya, be careful." Zorax warned. Arya mustered her courage and reached the child, carrying him to safety. Zorax quickly healed the child's wounds. The child looked at them with fearful eyes. "Thank you," the child whispered weakly. "Where's my family?" Arya gently patted the child's head. "We'll keep you safe." "Don't worry," she said. After taking the child to a safer area, Zorax and Arya continued to observe the destruction and fear caused by the war. Zorax was trying to understand why humans were so cruel to each other. One evening, while camping in a safe place, Zorax shared his thoughts with Arya. "Arya, I don't understand this war. Why are humans so cruel?" Arya looked at the campfire and responded. "Zorax, when people are scared and desperate, they can take the wrong paths. The lust for power, control over resources, and ideological differences fuel these wars. But the situation we are in causes great suffering for the innocent people living here." One night, they heard news of a guerrilla group attacking the village. They quickly moved towards the village. Explosions and gunfire echoed through the village. Zorax used his advanced technology to help defend the village. "Arya, this way." Zorax shouted as he neutralized a group of guerrillas. Arya was trying to rescue a family trapped in a corner. Zorax helped them get to safety with their family. The villagers were grateful for Zorax and Arya's bravery. However, this attack left deep marks on their minds. After the village attack, Zorax and Arya, with the support of the locals, built a temporary barricade and strengthened their defense line. But this was just the beginning. They knew that the guerrillas posed a constant threat and that a new attack could come at any moment. One night, while Zorax was scanning the sky, Arya was keeping watch. Suddenly, they heard the sound of engines approaching. Arya quickly alerted the villagers. "Everyone, get into defensive positions. The enemy is approaching." Zorax activated his night vision mode to track enemy movements. "Arya, at least a group of 20 is approaching. They are moving quickly. We need to be prepared." As the guerrillas approached, the villagers and Zorax coordinated their defense. Explosions and gunfire filled the air. Zorax used his technological superiority to predict the guerrillas' movements and guide the villagers. "Arya, be careful." Zorax rushed to Arya's side to protect her from an explosion. This war is not just a struggle for power, it's also a struggle for survival. After the attack, a massive effort was made to repair the damage in the village and treat the wounded. Zorax began to understand both the destructive and compassionate aspects of human nature. Arya, standing next to him, said, "There are no winners in these wars, Zorax. Only people who suffer." Zorax, pondering Arya's words, said, "How can there be any meaning behind so much destruction, Arya? There was nothing like this on Zirconia. Why do humans hurt each other so much?" Arya replied, "Human nature is complex, Zorax. But even in the midst of this destruction, we can find hope and goodness. Your presence here gives us hope." Weeks after the attack on the village, Zorax and Arya were shaken by the news of an impending large-scale assault. The guerrillas were returning with a larger force. The villagers mobilized to strengthen their defenses. Zorax prepared a strategic plan. "We need to be more prepared this time," Zorax said. "Everyone needs to know their role." Preparations continued through the night. Barricades were reinforced, traps were set, and defensive positions were taken. When the attack began, explosions and gunfire turned the village into a battlefield. Zorax, Arya, and the villagers did everything they could to repel the guerrillas. as Zorax was neutralizing a group of gorillas, he noticed Arya was in danger. He quickly ran to her side and protected her from an explosion. Arya said, "Thank you, Zorax. It would have been much worse without you here," Zorax replied. "We are strong together, Arya. We will win this battle." After a long struggle, the villagers and Zorax managed to drive back the gorillas. The battlefield fell silent. Zorax came to Arya's side and said, "We did it, Arya. We protected the village." Arya hugged Zorax and said, "Fighting alongside you gave me hope. Together, we can achieve anything." Zorax, feeling inner peace, said, "Yes, Arya. I have better understood the meaning of life and human nature. I have seen the destructiveness of wars, but I have also seen the resilience and compassion of people." Zorax and Arya, along with the villagers, continued to promote peace and healing, giving hope to those who had survived the devastation of war. Zorax's existential questioning led him to find inner peace and strengthened his resolve to help people. Looking at Arya, Zorax said, "I'm proud of you, Arya. Together, we will make this world a better place." Arya replied, "Thank you, Zorax, for being by my side on this journey. Together, we will continue to discover both this world and our inner worlds."